Yeah, if I had to create a list, I think those would be the names I would put there also. In terms of your top tier, I think that's spot on. Look at Spain, France, Argentina, probably the three that we would they are the three most recent champions across board in the recent years. Argentina defending champions, France champions in 2018, and Spain are recent European
European
champions.
champions, yeah.
It's not far-fetched that it's a no-brainer that those three teams would be the top teams challenging, and that's very spot on. In terms of challengers, I also really agree with what you have there. Brazil, like you said, because it's been a long time Brazil did well in the World Cup, and you know
Yeah.
that to say that about Brazil in the World Cup is almost strange, right? I can't remember the last time they got to a semi-final. I think the last time they did well was in the quarterfinals of 2018 where Belgium defeated them and France defeated Belgium in the semi-final to go on to win the title. And that was a very close match. So since then, they've not gone past the quarterfinal. It's not something you would naturally say about Brazil. So I'm really looking forward to the Brazilian squad this year with Carlo Ancelotti at the helm. You know he's going to be efficient. You know he's going to be results. It's going to be less Jogo Bonito and more of efficiency. And you can see that also in the type of players he's putting in the squad to give them like Crespo said, that 4-4-2 movement, Thiago Vinicius up front, um, and less of the wings because there's no Rodri, there's no also Rodrigo, there's no João Pedro and the likes. But again, he's been trying to see how Neymar passed space in this World Cup, which may be his last.
Mm.
It was almost Ancelotti just had no choice but to call Neymar because he almost looked like he was gonna be some of a disaster if he wasn't called. So he probably has something to prove. So there's Brazil, there's going to be England. Oh, same thing for Brazil, right? They've brought in a German manager for an English team to bring in a German manager due to the history between them. You know that he must be good and there must be something they want to achieve with him, and they feel
Definitely.
he can get them over the line. Because look at England over the past couple of tournaments, they've been there and thereabouts. They've just not been able to get over the line in those big moments, which is where Gareth Southgate doesn't have that history of winning big things, and that's why I think they've gone for Thomas Tuchel, who has won it at every stage. He's won the league, he's won the Champions League. He's a big manager. He can make big decisions, and they've brought him to take England over the line, just
Over.
over the line. And you can see that even in the big decisions in the squad he selected, right? He's not scared of making those big decisions. So England, Brazil will be there. Argentina would also be there. A bit of changes from the squad, but they are still a very good squad. Nico Pass is there now. He had a very beautiful. How would the balance, how would the first 11 or the players the coach select affect the balance of the team? In terms of um, the controversy in the last World Cup of Ronaldo starting, dropping Ronaldo, and all of those things. So how would that factor into play this year? But Portugal are also there, and then I can't remember the last team you mentioned, but those would be the contenders. What do you say?
Listen.
Okay, yeah, I said those. So those would be the contenders, and any one of those teams really could win the World Cup because they are a very balanced team. But just for the purpose of this conversation, I think those are the top tiers, the three last championship winners across World Cup, and European Championship, and of course the nearly men: England, Portugal, Brazil, Argentina, defending champion, and like so. It will be interesting to see. As we know, the group stage, we expect all of these teams to progress to the group stage, and we'll start to get to the business end when boys are separated from men.